So a lot of your work would be overseeing the work of others and guiding it. But I think people are curious about your individual experiences as a prosecutor. Leora Joseph, when was the last time that you personally prosecuted a violent crime case?
Yes, my last trial was during the pandemic. I remember because we were still wearing masks for part of our openings and closings. So about 2020, maybe 21, it was a rape of a child case, and I did that in Arapahoe County.
John Walsh, when was the last time you personally prosecuted a violent crime case?
So I've prosecuted cases over my entire career, including most recently in October of last year, just before I entered this race. But the last time I personally prosecuted a violent crime was back when I was an assistant U.S. attorney in Los Angeles. So it's been a long time. I supervised...
Roughly when, year-wise?
In the mid-90s,
okay.
So yeah, so quite a while. But at the same time, I supervised an office that was constantly prosecuting violent crimes during that entire time I was U.S. attorney, and that's what the Denver DA does as well.
If I could just add to that, even in my management roles, it was always important for me to be in court. Obviously, my caseload was not the same as most of the line deputies, but I felt it was important to see how the lawyers were experiencing new technology in the courtroom, how different judges react to different pieces of evidence, and new case law as it comes down. So those were important things for me to keep doing.
You mean being in the courtroom or actually being the lead prosecutor on a case?
Being a lead prosecutor on a case.
Okay, is that something you would still do as Denver DA, or is that not feasible?
I don't think that's feasible. I love trying cases. I would love to get to a point maybe in a few years where I could do that again and maybe try one case every 3 years. I would love that, but I don't think that's the job, and I don't think that's realistic.
And I would just add, I agree, it's critically important to be in the courtroom. And as U.S. attorney, I was in the courtroom with the people in the office. I wasn't in a position to be the lead prosecutor, just like Leora is saying, but I was actively involved, arguing appeals, being in front of the court, and that's something I would do as Denver DA as well.